Hi guys, Jessie here, and welcome back to my Star Wars Rebels reaction series. Before we get started though, I wanted to give a quick thank you to everyone who liked and commented my first two videos. When I was going into this, I was actually pretty nervous about everyone's reactions, but you've all been incredibly nice and incredibly welcoming, and I thank you. Speaking of comments, your comments actually helped me clear up a couple things from my last two reactions. I knew I recognized the species that Zeb is, I just could not remember for the life of me what I was actually reviewing and reacting to the episode. His species shows up in Jedi Fallen Order and he is the same species as your master. I knew he looked familiar, I just could not place it for the life of me in that moment. Also thanks to the few people who commented the fact that apparently his species is based off old Chewbacca concept art, which was something I did not know, and when I googled it, I'm just really glad that they, one, did not go for that concept art for Chewbacca, and the fact that they kind of refined it a little bit better for this TV show, because the design was a lot. I really enjoy when old concept art that's not used in previous movies and TV shows gets reused in other places. Because the one that comes into my head with Star Wars is that Mother Talzin from the Night Sisters was based off old Darth Maul concept art. I think it's really cool when we can reuse old concept art where it didn't work for one character but make a new character around that. But yeah, I've been really enjoying these first two episodes. And I know a few comments mentioned the fact that this first season's going to be kind of slow, and that the fact that the Rebels show got like a bad rap in general. I'm really expecting the show to be very similar to the Clone Wars, in the fact that the first season of the Clone Wars we had arcs like the Jar Jar Binks arc, or that one episode where the two droids try to find fruit for an entire episode for Anakin and Padme's like house party. And then later on we ended up getting arcs like the Mortis arc and the Umbara arc. I'm kind of expecting something similar with this show. Basically, what I think is going to happen is the first season I'm going to enjoy and it's going to be a fun time, and the last season is going to make me cry. That being said, I do think the first two episodes were a very strong start. We got introduced to all of our characters, we saved a bunch of Wookiees, and Kynan revealed himself to be a Jedi, and then immediately made an enemy out of an Inquisitor. And so that's where our last episode left off. Without further ado, let's jump into this episode of Star Wars Rebels.
45. Bound for Garand.
How rude.
This way, Mr. Warbo. You have seats in the front. Where is that translator?
Coming, Minister. Come along.
Jesus Christ. These fucking two. No matter what, they're there. Oh my god, this is gonna be a droid episode.
Sentients, please prepare for takeoff.
Though I was really expecting like the episode to kind of pick up right where the last one left off. But it looks like Ezra's like actually a part of the crew at this point.
I'm sorry, Mr. Warbo. I don't understand you.
Hello. Excuse me. I couldn't help noticing your predicament. If it's of any help, my ward here is quite fluent.
Oh, I would never presume. Though, it would be good practice for my level 5 exams at the Imperial Academy. No, but I couldn't.
You're a level 5 academy student? I was too, once upon a time. Now, please ask Mr. Warbo when shipment is being held.
We're up when you rob it.
Done.
He said Bay 17.
Sentients, we are approaching Garel. Please prepare for landing.
Now straight to Bay 17.
Yes, Minister.
Bay 7.
Oh, so she actually knew the language. She wasn't just completely bullshitting her way through that.
Okay, I'm in base 7.
Okay, but how are you gonna get out? Okay, that's how you're gonna get out.
Do we know what exactly Vizago has us stealing yet?
Whoa! They're T7 ion disruptors. These were banned by the Senate. You can short circuit an entire ship with these.
That's not why they were banned.
Get them aboard before company
Hmm.
goes.
There is nothing here. Well, stall them.
So what are C-3PO and R2-D2 actually doing with an Imperial at this point?
To base 7. Double time.
I love his little grabby hands. Okay, gotta book it. Just
Hands up.
On second thought.
stormtroopers. Always getting thrown.
I saw 5. An adult male, a juvenile female, an old C1 droid, and a Lassant. Honestly, Agent Callis, I didn't think there were any Lassants left.
A few, Minister. Only a few.
Okay. That's incredibly suspicious.
Can't.
This is C-3PO, human-cyborg relations.
My counterpart and I were abducted from the spaceport on Garel by criminals, thieves, outlaws.
Remain calm, my friend. All I need is your location. Sending up
C-3PO, what the fuck is your deal?
Have no fear. Help is on the way.
What is this? You are Pharaoh.
That's not possible.
Tell it to the Empire.
Are those ATSTs?
Leave the rest. We're gone. You haven't paid us. The Capo Vizago doesn't pay for half a shipment, and it doesn't pay for trouble with Imperials. My friends, I hope you live to bargain another day. And if you don't,
Shouldn't we be going too?
We can't let these disruptors fall into Imperial hands. It's a big. Destroy the guns.
Ha! Now you're speaking my language. I'll go get my gear.
R2-D2, stop! What are you doing? Joining the crew?
Of course. Overload the disruptor.
I legitimately thought R2-D2 was gonna just grab a gun. I just thought R2-D2 was just gonna start using a blaster. Well, that was easy. Or maybe not. Come on, buddy, you get the Force. And a lightsaber.
advance and fire.
Thank you. I knew some foreign rescue would arrive. I forgot you would even so.
You, Lassat. Face me! Wait there!
Only the honor guard of the sun may carry a bow rifle.
I know! I removed it from a guardsman myself!
I was there when the sun fell. I know why you fear those disruptors. I gave the order to use them.
He's baiting you, man. Use the Force.
2, get the kid aboard.
It looks like a Bale ship.
That's very generous, sir. I'm very fond of these droids, and I'm glad we can return the simplest gesture of the galaxy.
It was Bale's ship.
Have you recorded everything, old friend? Focus on the Imperial's link. Now, show me what you have on your records.
I love that final shot. That's clearly like a callback to Leia in A New Hope. So that was season 1, episode 3 of Star Wars Rebels. So based on that episode, I'm guessing that the crew is not actually a part of the rebellion proper and are more just thieves who sometimes screw over the Empire and not a part of the Rebel Alliance. Because I feel like if they were a part of the Rebel Alliance, they would know who Bail Organa is. Because if memory serves correctly, Bail Organa and Mon Mothma were the two who really put together what we know as the Rebel Alliance. Though that now they're on the radar of Bail Organa, so I wonder if he's going to end up recruiting them or if he's just going to be keeping an eye on them. Yeah, no matter what show, C-3PO and R2-D2 end up always just stumbling their way in. They are the constants of the Star Wars universe. Going off what happened at the end of last episode, I was really expecting the Inquisitor we met to be the villain going forward. But it looks like Agent Kallus is still sticking around. And yeah, apparently he has a past with Zeb and the destruction of Zeb's planet and his entire people. And that almost makes him a more interesting villain to me than the Inquisitor, because a villain that has a personal connection to a character or a character's backstory makes him a little more interesting than the Inquisitors, which are just evil Jedi. Though we haven't seen enough of the Inquisitor to really know what his part of the story is going to be. But the fact that we have a personal connection between Zeb and Agent Kallus, I'm interested to see where that goes forward. Other than that, it was a fun episode. It had some pretty cool action sequences. I just have to wonder why Kanan isn't using his lightsaber more and kind of sticks with a blaster. Though that might be because he hasn't used a lightsaber in a while. Because if it's been 10 or 15 years since Order 66, I'm guessing he hasn't been using a lightsaber since then. So I'm guessing he might be out of practice, and so that's why he sticks with a blaster. We're probably going to get more lightsaber action as soon as the Inquisitor actually ends up showing up on the show. But anyways, that was my reaction to Star Wars Rebels Season 1, Episode 3. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.